concerned about his four-wheeler and not about me. Yeah, that time when I was married, there were many family times, but no talk.
When you go out with your husband, so who drives? You
No,
or your husband?
he only. He doesn't trust me that if I will back somewhere. Yeah, he's so afraid.
It is also shown on social media that a woman or a girl always creates mess.
Yes, yeah. And my husband, what he thinks, however perfect I am, yeah, I may be, but he's always afraid that I will bang somewhere. If I'll do accident, then what will happen? So he doesn't allow me anytime. So it's been long time I haven't drive yet.
It's his care for you.
Yeah. One of my friend told me he's careful about. I told her, and she laughed. You know what I told her? I told her he's not concerned about his four wheeler. He's no, sorry. He's concerned about his four wheeler and not about me. Yeah.
Okay, so just like when you were a newly married woman, okay, so what kind of love was there? And after spending, it's about 50 years,
Yeah.
okay, so what is the difference between love between husband and wife and now? But
Yeah, see that care and affection remains. It remains. But those romantic talks and what we do that time, so they just by time, yeah, they diminish, anyhow. So, but care and affection is there. He cares for me, I too. But why our mind diverts from that? Because we have a family, we have a family, then children, and in a joint family, so many responsibilities. Yeah.
we have to also take care of our kids, our family, and then a man has to go out and run business and always get involved in job for
Right.
earning something or earning money, or he tries his level best to keep his family happy.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, so
So
I these,
responsibilities.
these responsibilities become like a hindrance.
Yeah, right. See, that time when I was married, there were many family, like there were many members in my family, like 11 members, 11 were there in my family. So that time we didn't have time actually to talk and then to sit together and talk some romantic talks and whatever talks, like there was no time for us in the family. I because I was studying also that time, and I
Hmm.
had to do a lot of work, being in a family. So I had a responsibility, I would say. And but now see, only we both are here, we have plenty of time, but no talk.
No talk.
Yeah. So much have been changed, since then.
Mhm.
I'll
So now,
complete my 50, I'll
like,
complete my 50 years of marriage, in 2027. My 50 years will be completed.
hmm. So now, after spending that much time, so do you also like to spend time with your husband, quality time? Or what do you do to spend quality time with your husband? Just like some couple, they go for outing, and some couple, they like to play some home games, just like Ludo, and just like Ludo and Carom, anything. Just
Oh, no.
enjoy.
No, he'll never play. I'm very fond of playing chess. So I told him, come on, I'll teach you how to play, and then we can like together we can play. But he doesn't like this game. Yeah, we do. He doesn't like to go outings and for restaurants and eating dinner and lunches. Only at home he prefers home food, home cooked food. And yeah, to meet certain people, like there are many friends of ours, so many relatives. So he will take me there. For
Hmm.
it, you say then we sit together. Yeah, sometimes we sit together on tea, and suppose we are having tea, then we will have a long chat, about our olden times. We will discuss some movies and songs and all that.
So nowadays, does he also try sometime to cook something for you to make you happy? Suppose you
Yeah,
are
yeah,
so sad.
yes,
You are angry.
yeah, yesterday only. Yeah, it happened just yesterday only. So while cooking, he told me, "Do you have in the kitchen Shimla mirch, that capsicum?" So he asked me, he said, "Do you have in the fridge?" I told him, "Yes, I have." Then he told me to chop some onions and that capsicum, tomatoes, and yeah, yeah, only that much. And he told me, "Come on, you leave, and I'm coming there to cook for you." And he,
So you were just like his assistant, and he is the chef.
yeah, yeah, and he prepared that sabji for me, and that curry was really, what to say, it was very yummy, and he made a very special kind of dish. He sometimes he makes for me.
So I think throughout the day, your husband he stays at home.
Yes, every time. In the evening, he goes for a walk, and he goes and meets in the, he's go for a walk in the park, and he will meet some of there are senior citizens over there, and they just sit there and they chit chat over there, and after spending like 2 hours, then he'll return back. Yeah,
And what about your grandchildren? So do you have any grandchildren?
yeah, yeah, too.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it
we have
means
granddaughters. I have granddaughters. Yeah,
granddaughters. Okay, so the time when you have your first child, when you had your first child, so what your all family members were expecting from you, a girl or a boy? Because it was there. I think earlier it was in our society a lot that as a first child you need to have a boy because boys every couple just want a boy.
yeah, but we like my husband and I, like we both didn't concentrate on this whether we want a baby boy or baby girl. Whatever God will give us, it's okay. I mean, we didn't have any, like, what to say, कोई इच्छा ऐसी नहीं थी. Okay, so yeah, so my first was a baby boy, and everybody was happy in my family. Yeah. And the second time also a boy, but the second time I wanted a girl.
And
So
sometimes after having a baby boy, then your mother-in-law showers a love a lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, she she took a good care of mine. Like whatever we give, that time to eat and all that, she prepared for me everything. Yeah, she took a good care of mine. Yeah,
In my family, there is one of my husband's uncle, okay, and he's having three girls, okay, three girls, and after that, she tried again for a boy.
yeah, okay,
Because he every time he was expecting only a boy, so he kept tried, and after five attempts, then he got that boy.
okay. After five, so that couple has five girls, and one boy.
Two girls he didn't get.
Oh,
They after 1 month or 2 months, they died. They
oh,
passed. Yeah, because this thing is there in especially in village when you give
yeah,
birth to a girl, then family members they don't care. They don't care
no,
about your baby, and you have to go after 12 days. You have to go to farm and just
yeah,
start all the work and don't
yeah,
care about your baby. But
yeah.
if you give birth to a boy, then everyone is there to take care about you. Everyone they shower love on you.
Oh, correct.
This kind of thing still is there in a society. And even
Yeah,
when he had his first girl, so that time he was happy that at least I became father.
yeah,
And from the second time, every time he expected only a boy, but he
okay.
couldn't. So I think approximately 1 or 2 months, he was not talking to his wife even. So it was not that woman's mistake.
Hmm.
Still, it's in there in our society.
Yeah, that time in Haryana also. I don't know why in Haryana, na, Nobody wants to have a baby girl. I've seen there, Yeah.
Yeah. And even now, right now, I don't watch these type of shows, but earlier when I have no knowledge about social media, I didn't have any phone. So at that time, just like in my school days, at my home there was television. So I always engrossed myself only into watching Crime Patrol, Southern India. So in that show, I have watched so many times, just like this type of videos that in Haryana, still there is a girl trafficking is happening. It's like they get girls from the other place because there is the girls ratio is very less as compared to other states.
Yes, right, right, right.
Hmm. And
Haryana,
even girls
yeah.
when they got one girl, so all the boys, it's like if in there is a family, there are five boys, okay, five brothers. So all of them they have that right to sleep with that girl, with that single girl.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think to some extent it's true. It's happening in a society.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know about this. Yeah. In Haryana, I was taking tuition classes, in the evening. So in the front of my house, there was some lady, and she was a grandmother. Like she had three granddaughters, and Bahu and his son. Everybody lived there. In the one evening, what I found, I just peeped out from my window, and that elderly lady, that dadi, of the children, she was bitterly crying. She was bitterly crying, and she was sitting on the gate. I went there. I told my student, please leave off. I want to go there and I want to see what had happened there. So as I went, there was a lot of crowd. So I asked them why she's crying. Then somebody told me that because fourth granddaughter this lady is having, she expected fourth time she expected a baby boy because some pandit had told her the fourth time there will be a baby boy of your bahu, like your bahu will get a son this time, and it didn't happen. She fourth time also she got a baby girl, and then Dadi she was bitterly weeping and crying, and she was telling, "Let me, I will find that pandit. I want to know where is the pandit is. I want to like." She was very angry on that pandit. How that pandit told me that this time you will have a baby boy. And she was crying so much, Yeah.
I think that's why sometimes I also think, okay, when I stay alone, I also sometimes think like after getting freedom, we can't say that we are free to do whatever we want.
No.
Especially
Yeah.
in urban area, situation has थोड़ी सी सुधरी है, but in village still it's the same situation for a
Yeah,
girl.
right. In the
Some
village,
people
same. Yeah. Correct.
Hmm. And whenever we make any mistake, then everyone they just start imposing that mistake to our parents that your father, your parents, they didn't teach you anything. That's why you are making enough mistakes. So just like uh, when you get marry your son, okay, then the girl's age, okay, the girl who is coming at your home as your daughter-in-law, approximately like 19, 20, okay, and when you also get married to your daughter, so her age is also like this, but you don't accept from your daughter to do all the household chores, but you
Right.
expect that thing from your
Totally.
daughter-in-law,
Yeah.
all these chores to fulfill all the responsibilities. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
totally wrong.
It looks
Try
very. Yeah.
try to treat your daughter-in-law as your daughter. Then she will also treat you. She will also take you as her
Yeah.
mother-in-law. Your-
Yeah. This difference, between the daughter-in-law and daughter, it looks very bad, Yeah. And it happens in so many houses. I've seen this, Like,
And this I have also seen this like if your daughter-in-law is pregnant, okay, then a mother-in-law always suggests like okay, always keep involve yourself into doing how chores and always keep running, moving here and there. But when it comes to her, her own daughter, then she always makes call and gives suggestions. Take care, rest, take rest.
yeah,
Don't
correct.
don't do any work, always just
Yeah,
rest.
yeah. And discrimination is still there, you know. However,
Yeah.
we say the boys and girls are equal. Like it's a trend, you know, everybody says boys and girls are equal. No, it's not that, you know. Still, families, they prefer boy child.
But I think now, just because of in urban area, not only in urban area, but even in village, if all the family members, they are well educated and they know, okay, they know everything, they know the time, that time has changed, okay,
Yeah.
and a girl has right to do anything, a woman has right to do anything, to go anywhere, then they also behave like normally. Okay, it
Yes.
happens in typical village, typical
Yeah,
Indian village,
yeah, very
and we
conservative.
that
Yeah.
mind, typical
Yes.
mind, just like my grandmother-in-law. You
Okay.
know, one day, actually, my grandmother-in-law, she lives with the youngest, my brother, my husband's uncle. Okay, so one day, his wife, somehow, I don't know when she was feeding the baby, because the baby is too small. Okay, he hasn't completed 1 year yet, so he was just feeding. She was just feeding that boy, and somehow that pallu was like this.
Okay.
And at that very moment, she started yelling at her a lot, and then she
Yeah.
started crying a lot.
Oh, no, to whom did she yell? To whom did she yell? किसके
What
ऊपर
did he?
किसके ऊपर चिल्ला रही थी वो? किसके ऊपर चिल्लाई वो?
Actually, मेरे हस्बैंड के जो छोटे वाले चाचा जी हैं, उनकी वाइफ.
या हाँ. अच्छा नहीं तो कौन आ गया? वो चिल्लाने लगी ना, आप बोले वो चिल्लाने लगी.
Actually, she was feeding.
Yeah, I got it that. I got.
Actually, she entered into the house. My grandmother-in-law, she entered into the
Okay.
house, and she saw
Okay.
that
Oh.
she is feeding the baby,
Oh.
but her pallu is like this.
Okay. Then she started yelling. Oh my God. Okay. Okay.